Okay, Travessa de São Domingos. So we're going to be exploring this little alley right here. Give you a little bit of context before we go down Travessa de São Domingos. This is Say Cathedral, Say Square, Say Cathedral. And we're just kind of in this little context right here as well. There's also a Cathedral Cafe as well, and there's Zhuhai to say, but we're going to go down that one. Let's go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. Hey, Travessa de São Domingos. So before we go down, let's get out of the sunlight a little bit. And now you can see this cathedral, which is, sorry, you see the square. And there's a giant church right over there, a little bit under construction, but you can see a little bit of it. And then let's just get right into it. So there's also some kind of cool buildings right in this little area. Once I get in the sun, it'll block it out. You won't be able to see it as well. Let's get out over here. Then down there is Cathedral Bar. But our focus is going to be this one, and there's a lot to see in here anyways. So one of the first things you're going to see when we get around this yellow corner is artwork by George Chinnery, who's a British guy who was around from 1777, I think, until 1830 or something like that. But he would do a lot of artwork, paint, watercolors, and he was so famous that his artwork went back to Europe. He's a British guy, but went to Portugal and UK and other places in Europe, and people would come from all over Europe to come here and paint, and that's how they get to see what Chinese people look like and what a Chinese city was similar anyway. So this is the street that we're going to focus on, and I want to get onto that George Chinnery stuff. So this whole thing has artwork by George Chinnery, and that's his name. That was the year that he lived, and people had a Chinese junk here, but he would do a lot of watercolors like that. I guess that's another kind of artwork of that same junk. Then you'd also have this kind of stuff too. So these are all artwork by George Chinnery. So that one, this one as well. And then we're gonna focus on this one too. So we're over by Travessa de Say. To see the little context, and then we're gonna go back to our original one, but this is all his watercolor work. So at that time, you have to remember it was before, and there's a church up there. So let's go back down. Sunny. So one of the things to keep in mind when you're looking at his artwork is that at that time there was no photographs. So that was people's, the only way for them to really see what China looked like. So they get an idea of this little Portuguese colony, right? There's Casino Lisboa in the background, Grand Lisboa. So let's get back down on our main focus street, which is this one. Oops, some of these are closed today. Today's a Tuesday, by the way. It's closed as well. This is open though. Huh, so many closed ones on this street. Hong Kong, or Kong Nam, okay, it's really kind of closed today. Yeah, a lot of times you'd see people all up and down in the street sitting on these little benches here. It's hard to interpret why that's like that today. Okay. Portuguese wine. So that's our street right there. Taste of Portugal. So let's keep on going down. Perfume. It's like a little balconies up there. Yeah, it's always interesting to look up because you don't really know what you're going to see. And head back down a little bit more, and then there's our street sign right there, Travessa de São Domingos, and that's our street. So we're gonna. We were at Say, but we're going to come out at a different area altogether. So now where we're coming out is Senado Square. So all this is Senado Square. It looks like they're setting up for Chinese New Year now. This is really photogenic at nighttime, but in the daytime it's a little bit bright. So that's the street that we're on. Give you the context and stuff. This is São Domingos. So that was Travessa de São Domingos, and then this one is the church. Let's see. So yeah, there's a church right there. Try to get out of the sun a little bit. So that goes all the way up to Sao Paulo ruins, like that. That goes to the Portuguese embassy. The street that we were on goes to Senado, to Sé. That goes to Senado Square, like that. And then this one goes to where the traditional port would have been at one time. So anyways, that's a little bit of context for you, and we'll just end right there on this church.